Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to my time to journal, an untrained person playing with lots of art supplies and having fun. Join me. Let's take a field trip to the Louvre, okay? We're going to go see the Michelangelo department. Look at this. This is on Procreate, but I'm going to try to recreate it like a silly, silly woman. I could have cut it out, put it in my journal, been happy, but I wanted to maybe draw the shapes, and then I thought you're not going to do it right. Go to the window, trace that, and then come back, which is exactly what I did. So this is Hands Across the Valley. Yeah, Hands Across the Valley. So I'm tracing, and I came back with Hands Across the Valley. Now, I love a good collage, and I was having problems with his left hand. But I love collage. I love collage. Have I ever told you I love collage? I'm not good at it. I love whimsical collage. I love exact representation collage. And I don't even know if this is what it's called, but that's what I call it. I love painting, gluing paper. I'm like Shannon Green. I love gluing paper to paper. Don't ask me why. It is luscious. So I'm trying to get my background sheet to the size of my traveler's notebook here. Now, I am going to have a problem with Half Dome because Half Dome is in the middle. And I'm going to try to make that work. And in the end, I think it works fine. So I'm going through my ever-expanding bucket of paper that never seems to shrink. Never. At the end, you'll see why. At the very end of this video, you'll see why. And I never seem to be able to throw anything away, but I've used tiny scraps out of here over and over and over. And as soon as I throw something away, I'm like, 3 days later, wow, that piece that I threw away would have worked perfectly in here. There's tons of stuff in here, tons. Printables, paper that I've painted, paper from scrapbook kits, paper that I've made on Procreate, pictures of quilts that I want to quilt, pictures that ephemera that I've ordered on the internet. There is all kinds of stuff in here. And it's like Mary Poppins' purse. It never, ever gets empty. Anyhow, I know I had this box at the beach. I got it at the beach last fall, winter, and it is quite the handy thing. Now, if I was by Bun, that would be the only box of paper like that I have. I am not by Bun. I have more boxes like this. So anyhow, here's me cutting and shaping the granite of Yosemite Valley. I wanted Half Dome, the shape of Half Dome, to stick out, so I used this solid brown piece of paper that I got in an ephemera pack off of Etsy somewhere. I don't know where. It's not unlike most brown craft paper. Anyhow, a lot of this other stuff was stuff that I painted. I mean, from the mystery box, the Mary Poppins box of paper. That's what it's called, the Mary Poppins box of paper. And I'm just kind of, wobbling my scissors back and forth. That might be evident. This might be rudimentary. This might be elementary to some. But luckily, the only person that matters in my life is me. That's not true. The dog does too. Oh yeah, the husband too. Oh dear, the sisters. Oh dear. All of you. Everybody matters. But in this journal, the only thing that matters is me. And I am just creating boulders and boulders of granite using some of those trees that I painted over a month ago now as the two huge focus trees in the picture. I think I have stood on this very point at Yosemite and looked across the valley to Half Dome. I love this. The only thing I wish I had done differently was doing all of this while sitting on that cliff looking out across Yosemite Valley. But there's smoke everywhere. Poor California. There's another gigantic fire on the border of California and Oregon in what they call, the county is called Siskiyou County, which I think is an Indian name. I have to look that up. I meant to do that the other day. It's gigantic and it's horrendous. And they think it was started by lightning. It's just sad. I think I finally did move the camera so you can see what I'm doing in the trees here. But, oh, this is so much fun. I'm pretty sure I moved everything. Eventually I move it, but there we go. That's a little better. Cutting out trees from tree paper, cutting out trees from watercolor paper, cutting out tree trunks from trees, from everything. Um, oh, and little fact, the other day I made a video using, I was painting with the bark from that tree, that the river birch that sheds its bark. We had a 5-minute pop-up storm come through here, and there's tons of that bark on the ground. Tons. So if y'all want any more paintbrushes, you better come over and get them, because they dry out fast, or rot fast, decompose fast. That's the correct term. So now I'm just gluing granite into Yosemite Valley, as one does, and my... All right, let's do a little bit of a check-in here. I should have already said I don't want this to be exact. I just want... I think... Excuse the dog. But anyhow, I've already said it, I'm sure. Here are the arms, the hands across Yosemite Valley, and Half Dome in the background, and some trees. And I want it to be a representation of the shapes and some of the color. So, I'm getting there. Now I gotta do the hands. We shall see if I can pull that one off. At the end, you'll see where I painted the blue sky, because I forgot. I didn't forget, I just didn't cut any blue paper to go across the top of the sky. But I went in with my Stabilo, so this is a true mixed media, and made sky. Blue sky. It should be kind of hazy because of the smoke. Both of those fires are still going, one in Yosemite and one on the outside of Yosemite. But I think they're being controlled, and they're kind of burning off brush that they don't want to burn some other time of the year or next year. So they're kind of just letting them, they're controlling them, but letting them go, so that they burn some more brush down. And I think all the gates are open and everything. Oh, loving this. Just loving this. You see my hands get really excited every once in a while. Now I'm doing the foreground, which is problematic because I glued my tree trunks down, but I pulled them back up. Luckily, they're not glued greatly or dry yet. And there's printables here. I think that's a Robin McClendon printable or somebody's printable. And yes, it has a hole in it, but that's okay. It all works in my mind. And just, oh, this is so much fun. I should just focus on collage. But I like doing other stuff too. Not good at it, but I still like doing it. So, yeah, I glued my pages together, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. Just, it's like a puzzle trying to fit all this stuff together. And is it perfect? No. Is it good enough for me? Is it perfect for me? Yes, I love it. And like I said, I am my critic. Now, here comes the arms and the fingers. It's really thin tissue paper, and I kind of wanted to, and again, it's very, very vague shapes. But it allows me to still see what's underneath, and I wanted to be able to do that. It kind of looks like an elephant trunk, but it's not. It's Michelangelo's hand, can't you tell? Anyhow, love this. Love this. This is what I had in mind when doing the idea of this journal. Just, not exact representations of anybody, but a abstract approach to Michelangelo in Yosemite. That's it in a nutshell, an abstract approach. Loving this. Loving this. This might be why the fire department hates me. I had a huge pile of paper here. That's what I can throw away. All of that I have to save still. The fire department hates me. Final result, blue sky, Michelangelo, hands across the valley. Who needs the Louvre when you got me, right? Well, me and my editor. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.